When you say yes to something, that means you're saying no to something else. I am currently on my way to church. You just gotta keep your head down and just keep sowing the seeds, even when you don't feel like you're making progress. We are supposed to look at 2 apartments. Hopefully we get approved because the credit, yeah, about that. So I have a listing consultation at 6:30 p.m. I would love to earn the business. Also, I'm not desperate for the business.
Over the phone, dropping stuff. I do my phone when I can feel. When you drunk, you tell me exactly how you.
Good morning, beautiful people. I am currently on my way to church. I'm serving this morning at the 8:30 service, and I will be attending the 10:15 service. But my best friend and her boyfriend is coming to church with me today, so that's gonna be super fun. I love when my friends come to church, like my church specifically. Later today, we are supposed to look at 2 apartments if my husband is feeling up to it, and then I have a listing consultation at 6 p.m. this evening, and then it's gonna be a wrap. We just got to church. Happy Sunday, family. As you guys can see, I'm back in the car. Service was great. Today's message was about don't miss your moment. Don't miss your moment of the season that you're currently in, and don't miss your moment of God being in the mix. And then he spoke about like people who are single, and you know, when you're married, that's one thing. When you're single, like, this is your time to focus on yourself, to build those habits, focus on your career, to really just like hone in, build your credit score, like whatever the case may be. Because when you get married, you have a family, like your time gets shifted in more than one ways. You know, you have a family, you have your career, like you're juggling way more. So he was basically like just talking about don't miss the moment, like make the most of every moment, every day. And one thing I really like, he was talking about some kind of like bamboo plant, and he was saying that like you can water this plant for 1 day, 2 days, a week, 2 weeks, 4 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, nothing is sprouting, nothing is growing from the ground. And then all of a sudden on year 5, this plant can grow to, I believe he said 90 feet. And like sometimes in a day, it may grow 3 feet. So just like almost honing in on the importance of harvesting and planting the seeds in like the season that we're all in, even when we don't see the immediate benefits or reap the immediate benefits of it being your season. And how sometimes like we kind of throw in the towel too quickly, because again, we're looking for like those quick results. But sometimes, you know, you just got to keep your head down and just keep sowing the seeds, even when you don't feel like you're making progress, whether it be on your YouTube channel, whether it be, you know, in your personal growth, whether it be in your career, you know, like all the different areas. Just continue to sow the seed, sow the seed, sow the seed, sow the seed. And eventually the harvest will come. I'm on my way back home now, and I think my husband is going to be up for looking at some different apartments today. So that's what I'm going to the house, and then we can all like ride together.
Yeah. So yeah. So I guess maybe the next thing we might can get is our bourbon chicken and orange chicken.
Yeah.
Yep.
That ain't going.
Right. All righty then.
All right.
All right. Love you.
Love you too. Bye. They ain't got nobody here.
No. This would be the guest bathroom, the hallway closet, and then this would be the kids' bedroom. I love that it was vinyl flooring throughout, and a pretty decent size walk-in closet. I like that there was a dining area as well. Kitchen island, and that would be the washer and dryer. And then on this side, it would be the owner's suite and owner's closet. I meant primary closet. You have a stand-up shower, double vanity sink, and a linen closet, which is nice. We are officially done touring apartments for today. We looked at a total of 2 apartments. One of the ones that we had on our list, we were not able to go to because apparently they are closed today. So I have a listing consultation at 6:30 p.m. and currently I'm going to be right on time. It was originally scheduled for 6 o'clock, but it got pushed to 6:30. I'm not signing any paperwork right now because we really need the power of attorney to be in place. But today, the primary consultation is really just going to cover all of her options, getting her set up for where they're going to go next, and then we shall see what goes on from there. It's really going to be up to her on how quickly she can get things done on her end in terms of the power of attorney, because without that, I cannot execute a listing agreement. I feel like out of the 2 places that we toured today, though, I feel as though we kind of made a low-key choice that we're going to try for. Hopefully we get approved, because the credit, yeah, about that. The credit, let's just say we are building that back up. Life be lifing. So hopefully we get approved. Oh my god, hopefully we get approved. That apartment was so nice, and it has just the amount of space that I feel like we need for our family. The closet space was good, like very good amount of closet space. The kitchen was a decent size. It had an outdoor storage area, which was also really nice. The clubhouse was nice. Like everything was just nice. And the distance that it would take for us to get to our daily places in terms of childcare, school, work, everywhere is super convenient versus where we're currently at. So I really hope and pray that that opportunity works out for us. That would just be a literal blessing, I feel. Well, I feel it would be a blessing, but it's also important to remember God's time versus us trying to force things to happen, because one roadblock that we came in is just when we thought everything was good, we had something else pop up on our credit report that we were not expecting, like out of the clear blue sky. And I feel like when things like that happen, it's almost like, I don't know, for me it'd be like, for me I feel like it's like God saying in a way like, hold on, you're trying to move at your own pace, and you're not waiting for the blessings that I have for you or the plan that I have for you. You're trying to like rush the timing in a sense. And so I hope and I pray that we're not like, you know, rushing things, because to be honest, the Washingtons, we have a tendency to be very spontaneous, very sporadic, very much so if we want it, we're gonna get it. So yeah, I just hope that and pray that, I think it's something we have to pray about, that like the timing is right. But yeah, I'm about to be at this listing appointment. Y'all, I'm gonna have to make this vlog for Sunday only versus a weekly vlog, because this is already too long. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't like to hear myself talk that long. Like, I be like, girl, you was talking too much. Anyways, I'm about to show up to the property. So I just pulled up and it doesn't look like anybody is home, so I'm gonna give her a call. Y'all, this is cool.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
I'm gonna send a text message. After this, I give you 2 times. Technically, this is the 3rd time, because yesterday, if y'all seen my last vlog, this is why I gotta laugh. Because if y'all seen my last vlog, this is the same, you know, seller that I was supposed to meet with on Saturday. It got pushed to today at 6 o'clock. Then I get a text message that they'll be 30 minutes behind, which means 6:30. So that's 3 times the charm. I would love to earn the business. Also, I'm not desperate for the business in the sense that, what am I trying to say? Like, I'm not so desperate to where I'm willing to work with people who do not have like a good sense of time, if that makes sense. Like, if you want to be late and reschedule, that's cool, but maybe like we're just not a good fit for each other, because time is one of the most valuable things on this planet, and time is like the one thing that you cannot get back. And I talked about this in my last vlog, but like a lot of times in this business, we are sacrificing time with our loved ones, time with our family, time with our friends. We're missing events. We are giving up things. When you say yes to something, that means you're saying no to something else. So if we say yes, we can meet with you, that means that we are potentially saying no to a lunch date. We're saying no to more sleep. We're saying no, like we're saying no in other areas, if that makes sense. So I'm going to send her a text message. I just gave you a call, period. I am currently outside of your home, period. Please give me a call when you can. But yeah, 3 times the charm for me, because after that, babes, we're gonna have to meet virtually. There's no more face-to-face. I cannot continue to sacrifice my schedule because you don't have your stuff together. Like, that's not fair. And also, like, having kids in this business, y'all, I'm just yapping. I hope this video is not too long. But like, also having kids, sometimes to meet with people, I have to get childcare sitters, or my husband has to watch the kids, and he also is in the real estate business. So when he has to watch the kids, that means that he's taking away time from building his business, or our business, or whatever you want to call it. And it's just not fair. It's literally just not fair. And the fact that she's not answering her phone, it's just like, why should I knock on the door? I'm gonna wait for 4 minutes and I'm leaving. Don't y'all love real estate? I'm about to get me a real job. I be laughing, but I be so serious. I be laughing, but I be so serious. And granted, my second quarter is like literally, I feel like starting to take off more. But sometimes I just feel like it's not enough. I am scrolling on Facebook, honey. I got a video I need to edit. Y'all, I love to cook. Look, people be so creative. Look at this. It's like hamburgers that they're stuffing with the cheeses. Ooh, look at how they plated it. I can't wait to start back cooking. Like, when we get our new apartment, I am going to be cooking so much, and they're garnishing it with parsley. Oh, y'all, that looks so good. I need to check on my son's app. You know what? This preschool stuff, y'all. This school stuff, I need. One thing about me, okay, so y'all know in this video, I value time. The other thing, probably even more so than time, yeah, it's more than time, is communication. I am heavy on the communication, especially from a customer service standpoint. So I enrolled my son, my oldest son, in pre-K. And for me to think that this was, the car behind me was the seller, is hilarious. But I enrolled my oldest son in pre-K, and I sent them an email like a week ago, and like, why haven't y'all responded to my email? I asked them, you know, like, is there anything that is missing for his enrollment for the upcoming school year? Because I want to be on top of those things. I don't want to be behind the curve. I want to be ahead of the curve. Why haven't I heard back? That is so annoying. Like, and last year when I tried to get him in pre-K at literally 3 years old, first of all, I didn't even know. I was shooting my shot, okay? You have to be 4. But like, I went through extreme measures to get in contact with them, from email to like me showing up at the school at hours they weren't even supposed to be open, to me waiting in a parking lot to get into the building. Like, don't play with me. Customer service and communication, like, I feel like that is a thing. And like, currently we're going through it too, like with our insurance, because we got hit in the back, and like the insurance isn't super communicative. But I don't like when days go by and I feel like things are supposed to be handled and it's not being handled, it's not being taken care of. You're not giving me updates, I'm not receiving any communication, and it's just like I'm left in the dark of like what's going on. I hate that with a passion. And it's not like with people per se, it's more so with service providers. Same thing with lenders. If I send a buyer your way and both me and the buyer, we're waiting to hear back on a response, and it's been literal days, honestly, for me, a day. Because if you are in this business, like, I feel like I should hear something like, hey, it's currently in progress, we'll call you tomorrow. Like, it literally don't have to be anything fancy. But when I don't hear from you, OMG, it like drives me up a it drives me up a wall, because you can say something, and if you're on vacation, your vacation responders need to be on. Like, there needs to be something to where, like, I'm not left in the dark, just like not knowing what's going on. And I've had a lot of situations like that in the last couple of months, and it's super annoying. I do not like it. I don't like it when I cannot get in contact with who I need to get in contact with, and when I, like, I'm not receiving updates. Anyways, that was a little small rant. I need to get my continuing education done for real estate. Yeah, babes, I'm leaving. I knocked on the door, don't answer. Nobody is at the house. I don't know if this seller is a scam. I don't know if she playing me or what. She really do sound legit, but this is like a little bit insane. And me, I don't got time for it. I waited around the time I got here at 6:30. I'm leaving at 6:43. You call my phone, I'm not answering. Like, now I'm dedicating the rest of my Sunday to my family, as I should. And I'm about to go apply to some jobs because this is ridiculous. I'm laughing, but I'm serious. Like, y'all don't even know. I'm laughing, but I'm serious. I've already been putting my application out there because I don't know. I literally love real estate, and yet for me, I love this business, but for me, it's like I'm just ready for some consistency. And if these apartment complexes need to see verifiable income, I also want to be able to show that. And yeah, I feel like it's gonna be super hard for me to like somewhat balance real estate and a job though. And it's gonna go back to what I was doing before, like evenings and weekends, which I feel like is when most people are available anyway. So it shouldn't be like too much of a problem, to be honest.
Over the phone, dropping shit. I do my phone when I can feel. When you drunk, you tell me exactly how you feel.